There you go. Oh, are you just waking up, man?
Mm-mm. No, no, I've been up for a while. Just I drink coffee throughout the day, so
Awesome. How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, all things considered,
Mm.
Well, let's give the introduction. Adam Gontier, Saint Asonia. Man, so happy to be speaking with you. We had the whole KFMA day thing set, and obviously you were going to be part of that, and couldn't come to the show because of the pandemic, the whole deal. But you guys were really cool and sent us a video playing a couple of tunes. I think it was I want to say The Hunted and Blind,
Right?
you and Kale, and that was so cool of you guys to do that. So appreciate it, and that's still up on our website at kfma.com. So
Awesome.
yeah, awesome, very cool stuff. So the question I have is, by the way, Blind right now is my favorite new track that we're playing. Uh,
Oh, nice, man.
that's
Thank you.
that's the song that kicks off the album, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
It's like a freight train, man. That song, it just boom, just gets right in there. Was
Awesome.
that a song that we might have seen live at K?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yep. That was one of the songs we were planning on playing. Absolutely.
Oh man, that would have been really cool to do it. So when this whole thing hit and we had to reschedule the show, were you guys already on the road, or had you had a big plan in front of you? What was going on at that point when everything got
Yeah.
shut down?
No, we didn't. We weren't on the road, but we had plans to tour. Yeah, we were basically going to be out all year. We had plans to go out in May with Alter Bridge, and then July, August, September with Breaking Benjamin. So we were booked all summer, and but we hadn't been out yet. So we were just getting ready to get going for the year, and it happened.
Oh man, that it really sucks. And you guys were the one band that I was looking forward to seeing the most. And it's not because I didn't like any of the other bands. It's because it's the one band I hadn't seen live yet.
Right, right,
What kind of show do you guys put on? Like, I haven't even looked on YouTube, nothing, to see what
right.
you guys do.
Well, I mean, it's pretty raw and pretty real. I mean, we all just. I mean, we leave it on the stage. It's just we all play music for the simple fact that we love to play live, and so being able to get on stage and just freak out for an hour or whatever is that's why we do it. So just a lot of energy, high energy show, and we just do what we do.
I would imagine that having new music really kind of fuels the fire when you guys play live. Do you guys get that sort of extra energy, that extra sort of push when it's something new like that?
Yep, for sure. It's always cool to play new songs and then get the crowd reaction, that sort of thing, to new material that maybe they haven't heard yet. But yeah, it does get, when you're on tour and you play the same songs for the most part over and over, it does get a little monotonous. So it's nice, with a new record and new songs. It's great to play new stuff. It's certainly exciting.
Yeah, you guys like this is second album, right? Am I correct? Second album for you guys. So you guys have been playing that first album for a long time. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, when we first put the record out and we were on tour, we had the one record, but we were playing a couple Stain songs because Mike being in
that's
Stain,
right.
and a couple old 3 Days Grace songs that I used to do, and so yeah. But now we've got the two records, so
A
yeah,
little bit
we've got
less of that sort of thing.
yeah, a little bit. The odd time we do one or two of those, our previous projects, because they're big parts of our life. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's got to be a faction of the crowd that doesn't realize that you guys came from these other bands. So when you play those songs, what's that reaction like?
Well, people are stoked to hear the songs for sure because they for the most part know the songs. Yeah, it's always you never know if people even still at that point, if they know that was us or not. But either way, yeah, it's fun to play. I think most people have an idea. Yeah.
So nobody's got this magic answer of what concerts are going to be like in the future, and nobody knows when really the ball's going to get rolling again. And there's a lot of kind of people just sort of dipping their toe in. to see what's going to happen. And there's
Mhm.
all these sort of ideas floating around, like these drive-in concerts, and then maybe doing these sort of geo concerts where you do a specific show for a specific market, or virtually, or something like that. From the things that have been floating by you, are there things that you're like, what, I think we'd really like to embrace that? Or are there other things that you're just like, what, we want no part of that sort of thing? Where's
Well,
your head at with this?
well, I mean, I've always been, I mean, we always want to stay connected to people, especially now. It's, everybody's in the same boat. Obviously, everybody's stuck at home, and that's nobody likes that. I mean, shows, there's nothing like a live show, though. There's nothing like playing in front of people and, just the feeling for the crowd, for the people there and the band. So, anything that we can do over the next while until things get a little bit more straightened out, I guess. Anything we can do virtually for fans, that would have been seeing us on tour at some point. Anything we can do, we're more than happy to do. It's just, yeah, it's strange how it's stretched out so long, and it's been so long. It's probably going to be, it's going to be a while. So
Yeah.
it's really tough. I have no idea how long we're going to have to keep, doing these virtual things, but we're happy to do them. Anything we can do to stay connected. We were actually talking about possibly doing a live show, like the full band playing a show from a venue here in our hometown, and yeah, broadcasting it live. So, but that's, we three of us live here in the same town, and Mike is across the border in the States. We're up in Canada. Mike is in the States, so getting him up here might be a
Yeah, it's a
a
little challenge
difficult
of
thing.
crossing borders right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what you guys are in? What's it, in Toronto, right?
Well, we're just outside of Toronto. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a bucket list city for me, because Rush. Come on, that's
yeah, yeah,
that's one of
yeah.
the bands
It's
there.
a cool city for sure. Yeah.
I'd love to be there. So do you see? You're talking about doing the virtual stuff kind of now until things sort of get back on track. But do you see the future of what you're doing still embracing the virtual stuff? Do you see still a lot of this kind of stuff going on afterwards? Like next year, 2 years from now?
Yeah, I think so for sure. This is it's been really eye-opening. I guess in the sense that you have an idea of what it's like to be able to get online and put on a virtual tour or a virtual show or whatever it is. So yeah, I have a feeling that we'll be doing a lot more of it because we didn't do much of it in the past, and this has really sort of educated us on the possibilities. So I think between records and maybe when we are on tour, and if we get a chance to sit in the bus and go live online and do an Instagram live or something. Sorry about
It's all
that.
right.
Weird.
It
Uh,
happens.
yeah. So yeah, I think we'll be doing it more for sure in the future.
So, has this time down for you allowed you to do other things that you hadn't planned to do? Maybe writing some stuff, or maybe getting
Yeah.
involved in other things. What's your downtime been like?
Yeah, just a lot of writing music. Really, there's everybody. Because everybody's at home. I mean, I'm here with my family. I have a 2.5-year-old, so I mean that's I pretty much spend most of the day with him and with my wife. But when we do have time, I sit up in my studio here and try to write some music. And so far, it's been going really well. The other guys in the band are sending ideas back and forth as well. So we have a lot of ideas. It seems like everybody I know in people in bands right now are just writing. That's really the next the next thing we can do while we're at home. So
Well,
yeah.
a lot of people were saying that 9 months from when all that started, we were going to see a big baby boom. Because of the downtime. Are we going to see? Do you think songs related to the pandemic because of that?
Well, I think so. I mean, maybe not. I mean, for us, probably not so much. I don't think I'll end up writing so much about the actual pandemic, but probably more so about being stuck at home. Just being trapped.
Yeah.
I tend to write stuff about, like, emotional things like that. So I think, yeah, I think a lot of songs, probably a lot of bands, a lot of artists are going to write material that that relate to this situation for sure.
Have you used this sort of medium to collaborate with the other guys in this way, or you're not? Are you guys
No,
coming together, and what are you guys doing?
no. Well, I mean, like I was saying, the three of us, Cody, Kale, and I, live in the
Yeah,
same town, so we have been getting together on a weekly basis, doing some live acoustic things. And Mike, Mike's in the States, so we don't, obviously we're not able to hang with him, but
yeah.
no, we haven't done any collaborating on Zoom yet or anything like that. But actually, we were just talking about getting together for a Zoom meeting and just talking and maybe throwing it up on our socials. So yeah, we'll probably do something like that shortly.
Have you done a lot of stuff with your fans, or have you done stuff for do you have like an actual fan club going on, or anything special
Well,
like that?
no, I mean we've just been doing a weekly happy hour thing where we take some questions from people, answer some questions, play some songs, try to take some requests, that sort of thing. But nothing specific to a fan club or anything like that.
Yeah, it's interesting because there's some bands that haven't really done any sort of performing, but I've noticed that you guys really uh, do a lot of stuff like that, and it's been for a lot of stations, for a lot of interviews. I've seen you obviously did one for us like that. Everybody's sort of doing it differently, but that's really cool that you're doing that and finding a way to still get your music out there with this, because it's no, like I said, nobody's got the answer, but embracing
Mhm.
something like this is a way to keep in the public eye and ear, and
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. What kind of things are like hardcore fans asking you about these days?
Um, well, because it's been a while, I think I've been asked pretty much everything. You know what I mean? Like everybody's reached out with questions and all that. I think a lot of people are just wondering about another record and new songs. If we're working on new stuff and that sort of thing, and what the songs are about. Um, I think more so people are just. It seems like people are pretty bummed about the fact they can't go to shows, and
Yeah.
yeah. So that seems to be the obviously the big thing right now is yeah, people are just bummed, feeling like they were supposed to go to shows, they were supposed to go to festivals, and it's all just been shut down. So
Yeah, I think 2020 is just a wash. I mean,
yeah,
I don't really see anything happening the rest of this year, but it's a shame because just put out the album in
yeah,
October at the end of last year. Things are starting to roll, and now it's just like it's almost like it's gonna get lost, and it's not just you guys, it's everyone in the
yeah,
same boat who just put out new music. And it really sucks that people are already going, well, what's your new stuff going to be, when you're like, we just put out this other one.
yeah,
Why don't
yeah,
you
yeah,
take a hold of that for a little bit? So it's got to be a weird thing to go, well, how far do we go with this album before we get into really the politics of the next album,
exactly. Yeah, yeah. We talked quite a bit about that, and I think we're gonna have a talk with management and the label and that sort of thing, and find out what the next step is. I mean, if everything is on pause right now, so we just sort of I mean, we're still releasing songs from the record, but we're
Mhm.
not able to tour and support those singles. So it's a strange thing. I mean, in a way, I guess we're just releasing music, and and that's pretty much it.
Seeing
So I
what
don't.
yeah.
Yeah, I think. I mean, we are focused on new music. We have a bunch of ideas and a lot of different things. So I think we're just we're gonna be prepared for whatever the next step is. If that's, we're we're ready to go on tour at any point, anytime. But if for some reason we're not able to do that and we're able to put out another record, then we're going to do that. You know?
So let's talk about the new single "Blind," because I was talking about how it opens up the album, and really kind of sets the tone for it. Every part of that song I connected with immediately, from the opening riff to the verse and the chorus, like every part of it. The one thing that admittedly I'm not very good at is lyrics, and I never pick up the lyrics right away. I could
Right.
certainly go find them online and read them,
Yeah.
but what is the song about?
Well, I mean, there was a 4-year period between the first record and the second record, and during that time in about 2017, I went through some pretty heavy struggles. Again, I've always battled with addiction and that sort of thing. So in 2017, I went into a treatment center and dealt with the problem that I was dealing with at the time. So coming out of that, I wrote a lot of songs on this album about that situation. And so Blind is basically about that. It's about sort of battling through a really dark period and just trying to push myself to get through to the end. And so I think a lot of people relate to that, in whether it's drugs or alcohol or anything for that matter, any situation that you're in that is hard to get through. This situation, it's just about coming out the other side and being a little bit stronger because of that.
Is it still a daily struggle for you, that type of thing?
Not so much anymore. I mean, I have a 2.5-year-old son, like I was saying, and that, right about the same time I went to treatment, he was born. So, I had my eyes were opened to a whole different meaning of life. So I haven't had that kind of struggle, and knock on wood, I haven't had any issues. Before I was kind of doing it when I was struggling with it before and checking in treatment centers and that sort of thing. I was trying to do it for myself, and I think I was trying to do it for for myself is the right reason, but I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I was doing it because I was almost being forced into doing it. But now I have a lot more to stay strong for. So I haven't had too many struggles.
Is this the longest period of time you've been home with your family? Since that time, I know, because you guys have been writing, you've been on the road, you've been doing a lot of stuff previous. Is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been home since he was born, basically, because we finished the record in I guess 2018, but we just he was born. We weren't on the road yet, and we worked on the second record. We were planning on going on the road, and then here we are.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Again, we hope that sometime you can make it down to Tucson, because, man, like I said, I was really, really looking forward to seeing you guys. One of the things that you have on the album is a song with Sully Erna. Godsmack was going to be on the same bill.
That's right.
What would have been the odds to get him to do the song with you guys on
Oh,
stage?
probably. I think the odds were good. I mean, that would have been the first time that we actually done the song together. That would have been our first show together since releasing the Hunted. So we definitely would have had him up, and it would have been great. We were looking forward to that.
Yeah, that would have been fantastic. Well, it's been awesome talking to you, and I hope that we can connect again sometime soon in better circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
And happier times. And I appreciate you checking in with us again. I appreciate you guys giving us that acoustic set that you and Kale did. That was fantastic. It looked like it was a chilly day, by the way, when you guys did that, sitting on a park bench or something, I think it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've done a few now, and we've moved it from outside to inside Kale's place.
Well, it's a pleasure talking to you. I really was looking forward to this chat today, and I hope that you guys have some continued success, and I hope this album really kind of breaks through for you guys, because you guys definitely need to be heard a lot more, and we're doing what we need to do to get the word out with you guys, and trying to get that song out, Blind. But go check it out. The album's available everywhere. It's called what is it called? Flawed Design?
Yep.
Is that what it's called? Yeah. I knew it was there. It was there somewhere. So it's out now, and go check it out. Do you guys still plan on releasing another single from it after this, right? It's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not too sure what it's going to be yet, or when it'll be, but there'll be another single from this record for sure.
Excellent. All right. Well, I hope that we can chat soon, like I said, under better circumstances. Have a great day, man, and we'll see you on the other side of this.
Right on, man. Thanks so much for the support. Really appreciate it.
Take care, man.
Take care, man. Bye-bye.